So this is Apocalypse Keys, session 19, and I think this will be, I haven't properly written down in the how manyth session of the Manananggal Murders we are, but it's been quite a bit. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th session of this. I think it was a complexity 6 mystery. And now it's the 8th session, and I think this time we hopefully will bring it to a close. After we spent the last 2 sessions just piecing clues together, today we have the entire group. We have Tees playing Virtuous, and Zena playing Iridian, and Nina playing Electo. And let me just start with a summary of the last 2 sessions. Since last time I gave this the wrong summary. So 2 sessions ago, we started with, just pull it up, with Iridian's prophetic dreams of a broken future. That was that dream where Iridian had the shape of a tree growing and then digging its roots into a future Manila where humanity has been gotten rid of to everybody's huge enjoyment. And then there was a very long theory session. That was most of the session. Iridian rolled and failed. And we had a doomsday clock tick. And now I'm making sense of my notes from a month ago. Let me just summarize it as such. There's something that I wrote down here about secrets written in desperate language being revealed by the doomsday clock ticking. Tees suggested, I think, that the cheap paint and stained wallpaper peel away from the rubble of the collapsed apartment building, and their secrets and prayers written in strange and desperate language are revealed beneath the facade. The elder jumps towards the InstaVids tower, and the Manananggal who have been gathered in front of the building have their eyes glowing with white light, which is a expression of virtuous power that has been transferred to both Elder Oduja, but also to what is her name? To Sister Theresa.
Yeah.
And then they all rank and file walk towards the InstaVids tower with Virtuous taking his place in the formation. Then lightning hits the sky, hits other parts of the city, and presumably having several similar effects in these other parts of the city. Electo feels a familiar entity, the ancient god of pain and violence that Elder Oduja summoned, communicating from the air, urging them to cleanse the tower. And the ancient deity's energy communicates a sense of pain, outrage, and injustice, not distinguishing between virtues and other colonizers. Iridian then does a vengeful strike against Tomoe, striking her with visions of mortality. A torrential downpour of apocalyptic proportions begins, and Iridian brings Tomoe's nightmares to life, making her relive her drowning again and again as an extended nightmare. Oh, and Iridian successfully inflicts. I totally did not write that down. Iridian successfully inflicts the reminded of mortality condition on Tomoe, one of the three defeat conditions. So let's keep in mind when we go into the actual confrontation that
one I would have remembered.
That one of the conditions is already marked. And Iridian gains 1 bond with their true and cosmic form as a result of this power. Virtuous joins the procession, as we already said, and Electo has this interaction with the deity. So, and then there was 2 weeks of real life break, 3 weeks even, and we came in with a all but fully deleted memory and started to try to pick up the pieces by coming up with a new theory, which was, I think, more or less the old theory, just with one added new clue that we got out of Rydian's dream. Rydian's dream was Rydian being in a casino, accompanied by her friends. And to make that short, the important bit of that casino dream was that Baptiste was sitting next to her, next to them in her mortal form, smiling, throwing money at the table, and then Rydian noticed that they were holding cards with odd suits. Was the suits or like the 8 of chains, the 10 of blood, and a face card depicting a forgotten deity. The dealer turns the final card, and Rydian realizes that they have lost everything. The money on the table is torn into small pieces and laid out in a peculiar pattern that resembles circuitry from Tomoe and Franklin. And that was the clue that came out of that dream, the torn up money in the weird shape. Lady Baptiste's delighted chuckle turns into a maniacal cackle as the casino begins to burn around them. Baptiste throws away her cape, revealing the glorious nothing under her, and revealing that she has been growing stronger from the death around her. And then we had a new theorizing session. I don't know if we need to go over the theory in its details, but as far as I remember, the long and short of it is that we still have the virus that was created, the AI, that was created, and since you this time overshot the roll, it has already been released. And you came late. Then we again went to that march towards the InstaVids tower, this time added by a blue pulse that emanates from the InstaVids tower, causing every screen in the city to light up intensely before going dark. Cell phones, computer monitors, and office towers all flash with blue light in a wave across the city. Drones flying overhead form a protective electromagnetic shield that creates a dome over the city, keeping out the rain and the storm. The city becomes eerily quiet as the storm clashes against the protective dome above, which was the clue that the AI had already been activated. And then Rydian and Alecto crashed the unveiling party, so to speak. And right at the moment where the mayor was presenting Tomoe with the keys to the city for basically saving the city from the storm and from the weather. And the mayor claims the smart dome is what it was called. The smart dome will keep Manila safe from environmental disasters and bring jobs and money to the city. And and then Alecto speaks judgment on the mayor, using their one of their powers to sense who bears scars of trespass and regret, and pinpoints the mayor, who does feel guilty because the mayor is aware that he has sold out one of his native populations, the Manananggal, basically to gain political points and get a little bit richer. But obviously he does not feel guilty enough to just not do that. And then Alecto created a new power of darkness and was in the process of speaking judgment. And then we stopped.
Yeah.
Okay, so then before we do anything else, let's start with our start of the game things. And let's start with Alecto, because Alecto has the least amount of stuff to do. Alecto, what is your impulse for today?
I think my impulse today will still remain. Wait, let me go to it quickly. Did you hurt the innocent in your quest for vengeance?
Okay, then let's go to virtues. because Ridian's dream will take a bit longer, as always. Who is your special friend today?
I'm going to stick with Ridian because it's easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
Is,
as I get back into things after 4 weeks or whatever.
yes. With you, there is the interesting question of what to do with you being
Powerless.
unpowered.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that I could think of two ways out of that, because I think it would be like very anticlimactic if you could just if we would just say let's forget about that, you have your powers back. And the two ways that I could think about like getting out of this predicament is your contacts. For one, I think that is something that could be managed with a deal with the Fae through Ridian.
Mm-hmm.
And then because then Ridian would owe something to the Fae, then by the laws of transmission, then Virtus would also owe something to Ridian or to the Fae, which I think might be quite delicious. Or the more direct way would be between Virtus and his dark patron.
Yeah, that would be the more obvious, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Oh yeah, your dark patron. I don't think we've ever seen that move, have we?
No, let's go for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Or the third option, of course, would be to just like leave it and then go with the original description of your eclipse. I think it was right that the power comes back at the most inopportune moment.
Yeah,
which is also fantastic.
Yes,
it is. Anyway, I'm not going to. Yeah,
and you just try to like manage the whole situation from the perspective of a mere mortal, which could also be interesting.
Let's find out and play, shall we?
Yeah. Are there any more starting moves you have? I don't think so, right?
No, there is my impulse. I've marked, did you let go and cause collateral damage, assuming that at some point I manage to actually get something that with which I can do collateral damage.
Yeah.
Or I could even... Actually, do you know what I'm going to go for instead? Did you use your power to provoke or entice another monster? We've got a monster that's coming up.
Very good. Very good. So then there's another thing that we quickly need to talk about. I guess don't need to talk about, but should talk about. And that is that rolling the 11 plus on the Unlock Doom's Door move puts a sacrifice or risk that you will need to endure to interrupt the ascension of the Harbinger in play. And I have several ideas, and I'm not clear whether I should just lay them out and let you pick, or if we just play and see what fits first. Maybe we'll do the second one.
Yeah, let's do the second one. But like when we get to the point where you think, oh, this might be the point, then if it seems like there are still options, then let's have a chat about it.
Yeah, and then that brings us to Ridian. Ridian, what's your impulse today? Your impulse.
My impulse is still actually I haven't really looked at the other ones, but it's because I've been very like keen on actually doing this thing. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with did you use the emotions or memories of another to create a cool advantage?
Okay, cool. And then we have your dream. What have you been dreaming lately?
I think Lady Baptiste is still a topic, but I think specifically lately I've been dreaming of revenge.
Okay. Would you like to roll?
Oh, I forgot that that's a thing. Oops. Okay. Have I closed it? No.
And obviously, the key that will fall out of this will be for the next mystery.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in the wrong witch dice. I need to open the other one. You're using witch dice for 3 different games.
That's okay. Then I can quickly go to the clue list, the key list for the next mystery.
I'm rolling with +2, as in I'm spending 2 darkness tokens, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 8. I think this is a first
An 8.
for me on this move.
The experts are able to parse your dreams effectively, and you uncover a key. In addition, the keeper describes someone who features prominently in the dream. Gain a bond with them. Oh, interesting. I mean, you said revenge?
Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you, right? The last time when I took a ruin advance, I'm not sure if I mentioned, I took the, gain a new ruin condition that is permanently marked. In this case, it's haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Nice.
And you currently, that's a good idea to have a look at your conditions before I think about what the dream is.
Introspective, obsessed, reckless, and haunted.
Mm-hmm. And
poor idiot.
Indeed.
We haven't really been clearing anything, despite the fact that we've done so little on the mystery. We've also not done anything to clear conditions.
No, I think I'm also still obsessed, but I mean, it can only help.
Yes.
Okay, so then let's stay. Let's take the obsessed condition as a jumping off point. In that we're back in the casino. We have it's the same situation. You're sitting around a blackjack table. The smell of stale smoke is in the air. This time the casino looks a bit different though. It is more like a Disney-fied form of like British folklore themed, like with trees painted on the walls, and all the waiting staff is wearing like these Errol Flynn Robin Hood hats, these triangular hats, the green ones. And other than that, it's the same situation though. Smell of air or smell of smoke in the air. Also, maybe a thick. Does it even make sense? We're just gonna go with it. A thick amber-like musk. Not precisely like from a moose or something like that. But from like tree sap, that kind of smell. It's lying under it. Kind of gives it the quality of maple syrup underlying a stack of pancakes. When you are subtle about it, you're not drenching it in it. And
subtlety and pancakes.
And as the dealer is dealing, you look up, and in this sense of dream logic, where something suddenly appears in the dream and you feel like it has been there all along, the dealer now is Tomoe, quite literally dealing your fate, because your cards are also not poker cards like you would expect when you play blackjack, but it's tarot cards. And again, it's cards that you haven't seen before, cards that speak of gods dead and alive, forgotten and worshipped. And your hand is as shitty as it was before. This time, Baptiste leans over, takes a look at your hand, and goes, I can help you, I can kill everybody and anybody in this place. But I think if you ask me, I will kill everybody and anybody in this place. Let me loose and your debt is gone. And then she leans back with that wry smile that we know from her. And do you fold in blackjack? I'm not sure. If you fold in blackjack she folds.
I don't
But
think.
I mean, she
do.
is a cosmic deity. She can fold when she wants. She just lays her card on the table and just waits for what is happening. And with this inconclusive. Oh, I totally forgot to look for a clue. I apologize.
So caught up in the story.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I will maybe somewhat severely reinterpret one of the keys.
Why not?
And you wake up, and in your breast pocket, you find a tarot card. Or no, let's say a poker card. But it's a suit, and let's say it's the Joker. And it's the Joker of Trees. And the Joker of Trees looks surprisingly like you. And it has a stamp on the back for the Sherwood Forest Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. And in the book, the clue is called "An image carved into an unusual surface." The image being your face, and the unusual surface being the card.
Cool.
And with that, how about we have our first little break?
Image carved into. Wait, no, actually, why am I doing it this way? Should I just put it in concrete ways, as in?
Yes. I don't know why I always. I think that's maybe my German artist need for what's the word? Need to feel like I'm being accountable. That I always say that what the actual clue is.
I'm always like, well, sometimes I'm like, well, let me specify exactly what the clue was, because often it's like, well, I'll add a lot of detail. Where it's like, well, I don't actually want to make you beholden to every single detail I put in here. So, right. So I always try to spell it out, but then it's like, yeah, but sometimes it helps to actually remember also if there's concrete detail in your clue, right?
Yeah.
On the Joker of Trees.
Mm-hmm. And the other detail was, and I have to look that up myself again, because of course I don't have it in my head, is the name of the casino.
Sherwood.
Yes, and
Forest. What was it? Casino? Hotel? Inn?
I think it's a casino. Sherwood Forest Casino. Yeah, the family casino.
What? For all the families, so you can start them gambling young.
Mm-hmm. It also has rides and sells popcorn.
In fairness, that was really cool when I was a child, and that one time we were in Las Vegas was the one thing I wanted to do. Ride that roller coaster that has two loopings.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never been on one that does that. It's my only memory, really.
It was very good.
Hmm?
It was very good. The only gambling I did when I was in Las Vegas was the one with the really, really big arm, which, cost $1. It's like, oh, I got to do something.
Yeah, I think that's also what my dad did. And then, we literally just walked through that hall because, I was a child, right? And he just went, let me do this one time because I've seen it on television, right?
Yeah.
And then he went, cool, now we can go. We're not actually here for gambling. We're just stopping over here to have seen it. And then, we were on a road trip, basically.
So everybody's been in Las Vegas, aside from your humble storyteller. Well.
I don't think Nina has.
Oh no, I also haven't had the opportunity.
Yeah, but listen, I was 12. I just remember a lot of blinking lights and sad people with, plastic cups full of pennies. Not pennies, I guess, whatever they are, quarters probably.
Well, yeah. Well, I hope I'm gonna get the chance to visit that country at some point, but right now I don't.
Traveling there is safer than now.
Yeah, it's not really inviting right now.
No, yeah, I mean, the country itself, I would also like to visit again, just not now.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah. Break, right? Sorry.
Yep.
Mm,
I think I've got it, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. How long do you need?
Ooh. Ooh, 10
10,
minutes?
15, 20?
10. No,
10.
I
Sounds
need more.
fine, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
I just before I forget, Teast, I wanted to point your attention to there's another little board on a little bit to the right and up from our Manananggal
Oh, yeah,
Murders, which is for brainstorming
Yeah, the
details to
idea,
be talked
yeah,
about later.
the idea there is, in case we do get through the thing today, then we still have 2 more sessions until the February break, 3 even, and that would be a perfect opportunity to do some GM-less stuff, to explore some like side paths, like the past of a character or whatever.
Nice. I like
Mhm.
it. Yeah, cool.
And I meant to put more stuff in there and then I forgot.
The only thing I got is still, as it was, Lovecraft-esque.
Yeah, I put some comments in with pros and cons and stuff, but yeah.
Okay. See
Okey-doke.
you 15 past?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
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 Hey.
Mm.
I was just thinking,
Mm.
about other GM-less stuff. And like I wouldn't know any of them well enough to espouse any informed opinion. But at the end of the year, I played Under the Autumn Strangely with T and oh god, names. Not anyway. I played Under the Autumn Strangely, right? And then obviously that is a completely different vibe, etc. But the actual game structure
Mm-hmm.
would also possibly lend itself really well to this sort of thing.
What is it about? What is the structure? I mean,
So there's like 3 different storytelling roles, I guess. And I've forgotten what the one. So the one is the traveler. So that's the person that's the closest to being like the protagonist, the player character, or something like that. And then there is the horror, and I've forgotten what the third one is. But the third one is the one that is most closely would be the closest to like a GM, although the horror is also more GM-like. And so the third one, whose name I've forgotten, sort of, paints the world around it and like side characters and stuff. And the horror, introduces dangers and stuff like that, and also does play NPCs, so to speak. But then there's no dice, right? And there's only like this one mechanic where like depending on whether like every storyteller role gets to like frame scenes, and depending on whose turn it is, everyone has X amount of, I can't remember what they're called, but like whatever tokens, and you only end the scene once at least one of the storyteller roles has like spent all their tokens and is at 0, and you spend them by contradicting something that the other person says. But there's rules for like, travelers are only allowed to contradict the narrator. I've forgotten the name again. But can have to accept anything the horror says. They can only say like yes and and then like the horror cannot contradict the narrator or whatever, and so on and so forth. And
I have
so
it here in
that's one.
front of me.
That's
It's
the
like,
one scene ending condition. The second condition is that the question is answered, a question that is set by the person who frames the scene. It's very free, and I found it in the beginning. I was like, ooh, a little bit sort of, I don't know what I'm doing, la la la. But it ended up being quite nice and interesting, and I don't know. We had a good time, and I could imagine that could also work work with this, or maybe it's too free flowing. I don't know, but I did like it. It was just a very interesting way of storytelling, and it was funny because in the beginning we were all not very used to contradicting anybody, right? Because everybody's like, oh yes, and da da da, and it was really sort of a different thing to think, oh yeah, here let me contradict here, but like contradict in an interesting way rather than no, I don't like that.
My worry is not so much if whether or not it like fits in any way. I'm just curious as to which story we would tell.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was also not saying that it is the perfect fit. I was just thinking, oh, it could be an interesting one.
I love the
One
idea
could
of it.
think about.
Yeah. Of this three-way Mexican standoff kind of game. Two ideas that I had, and then we finally start our fucking confrontation. Two ideas that I had, just drawing from games that I played last year. One was 5-Act Play, which is a solo game, and I played it as a solo together with Brendan, and that was a lot of fun. And the idea is that you create a Shakespearean play together, and that would make sense for like the backstory of Meridian's escape, for example.
Totally. That would fit very well.
Yeah, because Shakespeare never wrote about, the Fae or anything.
The Fae, no.
And
interesting whatsoever came out of that.
The base mechanic is just drawing cards and interpreting the prompts.
Yeah, that's also cool.
Really easy. And the other one, what was it? Maybe I should put 5-Act Play on our.
I've already put it down.
Cool.
Oh, Harvest. Not that I know anything about it, but everyone seems to rave about it constantly.
I really want to play it, but I can't afford it at the moment.
Virtus, because Virtus was, the sacrifice, right?
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
cool. Also, that would be an excuse for all of us to play Harvest that everybody's raving about right now.
I don't have Harvest, so if you have it,
I don't have it either.
I mean, I'm sure I can.
But yeah,
I can add it to my massive collection.
So could I?
I can't afford it right now.
If I have a reason to do it.
I've just backed a few charity bundles. I was like, okay, you're not buying big games now. You're just doing this, and that's good enough.
The great thing about those charity bundles is that they're so enormous that you have no idea what you've got. And someone says, oh, wow, there's this cool game. It's blah, blah, blah. And you think, oh, wow, I'll go and have a look at it and I'll see what it's like. And it's like, you've already got it. Hey!
So I always go through it and look well, are there a few titles that I find interesting that I already know? And then usually it's already worth it for that anyway. Yeah. And then sort of scroll through this little one looks interesting in that. And then I'm like, cool, okay, I'll support them, whatever. Yeah. And then I will even maybe open a few ones to already sort of realize so that they could, appear in my collection, and then the rest is just a little surprise bag of stuff for whenever throughout the year. And you're like, ooh, nice, past Xena. You already got this. I got a bunch of public access, third-party mysteries from that.
Nice.
Not mystery. And I was so happy because I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to buy this, and I'm like, oh, I already own it.
I can't think of what the other game was, but anyway,
it'll come to you.
Yeah.
We have more time.
Of course, it's scratching my brain in a not very nice way right now. But let's
very relatable.
Let's maybe go back to our game and try to forget all these woes. Okay, so let me set the scene. And I think I would like to set it through Virtus's eyes, because you've taken your place in the formation.
Yep.
As you should. You've been being a good boy. You walk with the others under the benevolent guidance of your elder Oduja, and you walk through the streets of Manila, and you too feel strangeness of the torrential downpour suddenly stopping, of the drones flitting overhead, forming this dome. And the city is quiet tonight, uncharacteristically. The city is never quiet. You don't quite know where you're going. You're just going where everybody's going, and everybody's going to the center of the city. In the center of the city, there's this huge tower that, towers over all the others. And it is built atop an older tower, maybe a tower that was here before the first Europeans came and just got added onto. Its upper half, 2/3 maybe, is concrete and glass, sparkling in the night, reflecting this blue mesh that is spanning the sky. It feels a bit like the inside of a Faraday cage must feel for lightning. And you smell smells you haven't smelled in 100 years. Your feet are tired from walking, which you haven't felt in 100 years. And you have this uncomfortable sense of your body aging in real life. And at some point, the marching Manananggal stop in front of this obscenely large tower, and you witness a scene going on the inside, because the street level is just glass. You can see inside. In the lobby, there is a sort of very fine affair going, with the notables of the city in their best evening dresses and suits. And there is a podium, and on the podium there is a man handing a huge metal key on a wooden placard to Tomoe. I think Ridian and Alecto reached before you, and so you see in front of that podium, you see Alecto, sword in hand, ready to pass judgment on the mayor. And with that, we cut over to... And before we cut over, is there anything you would like to do, think, speak? Keeping in mind that you are still under this compulsory force that put you where you are now in the first place, where you surrendered your power for some peace of mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. He did surrender that, and he did surrender it to Sister Teresa, who is leading this this march. And as such, right now, she's doing a good job of bringing the Manananggal here and starting to address the problem that is at hand. I think the thing that is complicating it for him right now is that he's seeing Ridian and Alecto up there, and he feels like he wants to directly help them rather than be involved in the stuff here. And I think right at the moment, because he hasn't actually seen anything happen, he's still in that place of, he's still undecided. He's still sitting there going, actually, I want Sister Teresa to complete what she is doing. So she needs to have that power that I have surrendered to her for now. But is going, I need to, very shortly I'm going to have to take it back so that I can help with this situation.
I totally know what Sister Teresa is going to do, but I will actually do know what she's going to do, but I will defer it for a moment, because what I would like to do now is that we cut to the inside of this situation, And I set the scene for Ridian and Alecto. I mean, we spent the entire last half hour of the last session to do that, actually. But let me just summarize. Alecto, you see the guilt on the mayor's face, standing there, almost sniveling. What's that smell coming from him? Did he just shit his pants? When you pulled your sword? Ah, that is pathetic. Well, you got to do what you got to do. But there's another person on the podium, that is Tomoe, and as Tomoe sees Ridian, her face falls, and what also falls is her mask. And you, Alecto, standing in front of the podium, you can see the shift from up close, where we have this severe beauty that is Tomoe, faultless, eternal almost. And as she sees Ridian, there is a flickering in her face, and you see for a second the face of a woman that has been dead for a few months and has been kept upright by technology and by magic. Gray, blotchy skin, the bones coming through in places, and lots of metal protruding through the skin. And then she is able to put the mask back on. And that is the situation that you're in. And now I will shut up for a second and let you play. Unless you need my direction, but I don't think you do. Who wants to go first? And what do you want to do?
So I do have a question. Because last time we kind of stopped in the middle of me making a move, more or less, right?
Mm-hmm. You had created a new power of darkness, and you wanted to channel your judgment through your sword.
Yes, and I thought about the whole situation and the moves, and I figured that it makes the most sense that I created the power of darkness, but since the second part of the move was supposed to be me declaring how the mayor is supposed to make amends, maybe I just use the sword as an intimidation tactic and not to actually channel anything through it, because otherwise I would have to basically combine two moves.
Which you can totally do.
Yeah, that in itself is not so much a problem, but I like the thinking of like if he must make amends to appease your need for justice. To me that reads, and also you gain a bond with him, to me that reads that you are not killing him on the spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Because otherwise
he couldn't make amends.
Yes.
But I mean, we're gonna do it the salt Midas thing, but
yeah. But so I created that
also
power
kill him quite quickly
of darkness. But I want to finish the move. Also, just because I don't want to immediately absolve him of anything, he needs to actually do all of the things to make up for what he has done. So,
and then the Midas touch is more like a threat.
Yes, or maybe like an additional punishment, depending on how well he does with everything that he needs to do now. But I don't think we really talked about, at least not in this session, about what that is. So I think I'm just going to pick up from there, maybe, and then yes, okay.
So what makes sense to me right now? Like it sounds like you are unleashing the dark. You created the threat. You also created the way out for him. That is to vacate his mansion and let people move in there. Also, I think if I remember correctly, you wanted him to use all his wealth to help people.
Yeah, he has to give up everything to make up for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, housing the displaced Manananggal in his mansion.
Yes. And all that sounds like you enforce your will on someone. So that would be the Unleash the Dark move.
Yes.
Spend darkness tokens and roll.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have to declare how many darkness tokens I spent before I
Yes.
roll?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, let me just quickly have a look.
That's how we overroll so often.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I
And-
feared.
And just to quickly say a word to the mechanics of it, the Unleash the Dark move says when you unleash the dark within you to enforce your will, and that talks to the powers of darkness. So you are basically using the threat of the Midas touch, but also you can use your weapon as a stand-in for the powers of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You can describe using the weapons in the field just as you wield the power of darkness. So if you felt like you had to justify it, both would be okay.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything that you need to do right now. Just I'm just justifying for myself basically how that all works mechanically.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is with control. Aha, okay. Okay. Oh god.
Well, actually,
Well,
I would be interested in what you do. So do you give him like a light dose of the Midas touch so he senses where the road is going if he's not doing his part, or do you like threaten him with a sword? Because the sword has its own moves, right? When you open your heart to the weapon and let it speak directly to you, you could also do that. Oh, you don't have to.
I was wondering, no, I had this like brief thought of lighting his pants on fire, but I think imbuing his pants with hellfire might kill him, so
Probably,
might
yeah.
not be the best move. So I think, wait, is there someone I can work together with? Like, Ridian, can you make other people see things?
Pretty sure I can.
Mm-hmm.
Mind blasts and telepathy. Otherwise, I can make people feel things.
Also, let me point out an eye for an eye move that you have. When you unleash the dark by acting out on behalf of vengeance, you can also choose one from below, even on a miss. And one of them is infect them with inescapable guilt and horror for their trespasses.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh god, so many options.
Declare just punishment for the trespasses.
But the thing is, that one, right, you can basically use that just within that move as an add-on, right? It's not like a either or.
Yeah.
Within which move now?
Yes, within
Unleash
the move Unleash the Dark, which is
Yeah,
you can that an eye for an eye is just an add-on. Like you get added effects.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
If you are acting on behalf of vengeance, which you are, you don't even need to change anything.
Yes. I'm not against you working together, but you don't even need that. An eye for an eye gives you the in.
I can jump in afterwards and do more damage also.
Okay, well then I will spend darkness tokens and roll first of all so that we know where we are.
What we're dealing with.
Okay, I have 3 darkness tokens. I think I'm going to spend 2.
So that's 2d6 plus 2 then.
I'm gonna say 2, and then let's see. I rolled a 6, so we are at an 8. Oh, thank goodness.
Perfect. So you wield the darkness with control and ease. Choose 2. Get past their defenses and inflict a condition. Get what you want from them. Avoid reprisals, harm, or cost. Gain the upper hand for now. Expose a weakness or flaw, or confuse them for some time.
Okay, so first of all, I will infect them with the inescapable guilt and horror of their trespasses.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the third one? No, the second one's also amazing. Just not saying that you shouldn't. I just thought, ooh, how cool is that? Grant immeasurable power to those they have wronged most.
Yes.
It's also a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Giving power back to the Manananggal would obviously also be, but
And
that's the
not
thing,
not just power, immeasurable power.
immeasurable power. Well, I
I
mean,
rip
is that
shreds.
possible when it's like
It's so
so
small, it can't
many,
be measured.
so
There's
many?
those.
I guess it's possible. I
Yeah, of
just,
course.
I couldn't imagine myself being that powerful, I
You're an
suppose.
Omen class monster.
That is the learning curve that every player goes through. Wait, I can do that?
You are not a mere
Well,
mortal.
then to be honest, I will do that
Yeah, of course.
because he's
Mhm.
already feeling guilty. So let's leave him at the level of guilt he's at. I think it's enough because he still has a conscience. I will grant immeasurable power to the Manananggal that he has wronged.
Sweet.
So much
And
stuff for the keeper to tell.
yeah. What does that look like on out there with the Manananggal teased? What do you think?
Oh, interesting. Maybe maybe the glow goes away from their eyes, and
Mhm.
instead they all suddenly themselves stand up and like very straight, and they start to glow, not white this time, but I don't know, maybe even they're glowing black, right?
Mhm.
And now Sister Teresa and my power isn't needed anymore, right?
Mhm.
They've got their own power rather than
Mhm.
us people coming in and giving them
What for?
yeah.
Mhm. And I think the first bit of that you notice on the inside is that all these glass fronts and doors and windows, they're all shattering at the same time as on the outside, because they're still moving in unison. The Manananggal, as T said, they stand more upright, and they all at the same second, at the same 10th second, unfold their wings with a loud that then travels inward in the form of a shockwave. That basically kills all the mortals in there.
Oh no.
They're
That
just
includes
cells
the
of flesh
mayor,
that
no?
react very poorly to sound waves.
Does that include the mayor?
Maybe, unless he is protected by a lector in some way. Like I could
I mean,
imagine that there is like some sort of like contractual thing going on.
Yeah, maybe he will have some sort of protection until he fulfills his
Yeah.
duty that I
Yeah.
charged him with.
Mm-hmm.
may I ask, is this the overroll on Unlock Doom's door?
The overall is some sort of sacrifice you're making.
Or is
And
this just an effect on a perfect roll?
yeah,
Sorry, just
like
because.
killing a bunch of millionaires does not sound like sacrifice to me.
Oh, okay. Well,
That
yeah,
sounds
but
like
there's also
justice.
workers in there, you know.
True. Probably people like
There's a bunch
reaching
of
around
staff.
the snacks.
Well,
The
unless it's like,
catering staff.
Elon
Oh
Musk's
no.
robots going around.
Oh yeah, that is amazing. Yeah,
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no staff whatsoever. They've
Yeah.
already laid them off.
yeah.
Sorry.
They have their surfboards.
Robots that actually work, though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, otherwise the canopies are gonna be all over the floor.
They have advanced technology that Elon Musk does not.
Okay, but that was just an eye for an eye. Let's go back to the basic move. I think get what you want from them is an obvious choice, right?
Yes.
That the mayor is actually working to undo the damage that he did, and then you can choose one more, and it's your choice really. But there is this little thing. Let me just point out that this little thing, avoid reprisals, harm, or cost, which implies if you don't choose that, you're inviting reprisals, harm, or cost.
Oh, then I will choose that.
Yes.
And yes, get what I want, because that will make sure that he actually follows through with the redemption.
Yeah. Okay, so he falls to his knees and is covered in blood that has just splashed forward, and says, I yes, I see the errors of my way now. I will be at it right away, and like stumbles up, falls on his ass again, and then like makes for an exit. And you're alone with Tomoe.
Who I'm assuming is not mortal.
No, not anymore. She
No, and
is
after what I've just seen, she's beyond mortality in
yes,
a
and
very
now
real way.
enhanced by monster AI. Okay.
What changes things?
Yes.
Who is still here then? Tomoe?
Tomoe is there. You are there. Outside are the Manananggal, and since you are the person asking,
Oh yes. Can I feel shit?
you see for a second you feel like you see the ember of a cigarette in the shadow in one corner of the room,
A
and
cigarette.
then it's gone. Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that is anything that do we associate anybody with smoking?
Oh no, you don't.
Apart from
Don't.
was the stickler not the stickler? What's his name?
The tickler.
Stickler. Not stickler? Is he a smoker? I can't remember.
No.
Oh no. We just
No,
have
I
the
was
division guy who smokes.
I was angling at Baptiste.
Yeah.
But she never actually smoked because she doesn't have a body. But then maybe there's the soft chuckle of Baptiste like echoing through the
Oh, she'll be
halls.
happy. She's got so many victims now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Do I feel anything from Tomoe in response to what just happened?
Mm-hmm. What will Tomoe do? Let me see what her moves are. Her moves are create artifacts, leverage wealth and influence, cut, severely. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what happens. She stands there for a second, and then in a moment that is just too quick to catch, she unfolds, lets her cover fall, unfolds the bat wings that were curled around her shoulders, and just cut Alecto right in half.
What?
Uh-huh.
With the bat wings?
Yeah, why not? There's blades on the end of them, and of course, you're not going to die from that. Own class monsters don't die that easily.
Are
I
we
think in the
seeing
side,
that scene where, but then you just sort of like, and then.
And then there's the Manananggal cut. And
yeah.
I'm curious, Alecto, what does that do to you? Like having a sword or like a big blade cutting you right in half. For one, I think it will impart a condition. I don't know which one though. Raging probably.
Yes, I think that might piss me off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just stitch back together?
I don't know. I will leave that to Nina.
Well, I think it's finally time for me to show a truly monstrous form that reveals itself in the face of evil.
Oh.
Because it's finally been enough.
Transformation fueled by vengeance, you say?
Hmm?
One of your powers is a transformation fueled by vengeance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we were talking about how that can also affect you. You don't have to necessarily transform someone else, right? You can also be transformed.
Yes, I can also transform myself, which also goes together with my physical form, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So for a moment, I think there's this like moment where I get sliced, and it's it's not that like two halves fall apart and fall to the floor. It's more that I, for a moment, just stand still, and you can see this I don't know. It's not bloody. It's just a slash that goes through my body that kind of looks black and smoky.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start transforming, and my body starts writhing, and the shapes start blurring, and it starts growing, it starts distorting itself, and it creates this weird mist that almost looks like static.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really see what's happening, and then you hear this loud thump, and the static mist clears, and there is a giant scorpion in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It still bears my face.
Okay. Ridian, how do you react to that?
I mean, wait, we've worked together before, I think, no? Yeah, we have. So
Yes.
I guess after a moment of surprise from more so from the, being cut in half by this woman, given that I am absolutely fucking obsessed with her and trying to finally finish her off, my eyes lock onto hers, and I think I will shout at her at the same time, or yell at her at the same time as sending the same message as a sort of mind blast to her. But now dialogue, Zina, dialogue, not good at that.
That's okay.
Just like, it might just be stop, stop. Like, this ends here. And what I'm trying to do is, affect her emotionally or socially by speaking out loud.
Okay.
And unleash the dark.
Okay.
With the mind blast.
Okay. That's your new temporal power, right?
No, that's my regular power.
Oh, it's a regular power. Ah, cool.
That was the third power of darkness I gained, I don't know, ages ago.
Ah, nice.
The telekinesis was temporal. I still do not remember where I gained that temporary power. I've tried to figure it out. I can't remember.
I don't know either.
Anyway,
maybe we
so
can
that's
just,
what I would like to do.
Yeah, maybe we can just say
Remove
that.
it.
Yeah, you can also remove it if you want. I was about to say that it's removed after the end of the mystery. Yeah.
Happy with that.
Since we both don't remember where you got it, but we both have the slight sense that it should be temporal.
Yeah,
I think that is
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so are you pushing the limits of your supernatural power, straining to the ordinary or avert imminent danger, or are you just unleashing the dark within you to
I think
enforce
I'm
your will
unleashing
on
the
someone?
dark.
Okay.
But I'm also gonna take some more darkness tokens, and this time taking 4 because I am obsessed with this woman. And trying to get her to finally stop her nonsense. Yeah, I think I'm unleashing the dark. Also, because then I can use my extra ruin move. And I'm gonna spend 2. Plop, plop, plop. Why do I keep wanting to click the D20? That's normally not an issue. And this time I keep wanting to go, oh wow, it's a 10. Wait, isn't that good? Yes, I think it's good.
Yeah, that's great.
However, it also doesn't matter. Well, I guess I would anyway. Because I have tremble before me. When you unleash the dark and enforce your will socially or emotionally, you may choose to mark 1 ruin. If you do, treat the move as if you rolled an 8 to 10 and choose 4 options instead of 2.
Oh.
And I will be marking a ruin because I've been ruin farming the whole game through. So.
Oh, but that means that you wouldn't have rolled, so you can take your darkness tokens back.
Oh, I guess so. Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That Makes sense. Thank you.
And then, just to point it out,
Before.
you also have another Unleash the Dark move that is reshaped by despair, in case there's anything there that you...
Yeah, I don't know how. Is it possible that we can like combine all of them and be crazy
Sure.
about it? I don't know.
Like, with that level of power that we're operating on,
Okay. Well, in which case,
I don't think it
I
makes
guess
sense to go halfway.
I should add to the fact that, well, so because, you know, as my eyes lock onto hers, and I, you know, scream at her or something, like my human form, for once, doesn't just flicker, but it sort of almost falls away completely, and instead you kind of just see a writhing swirl of darkness, which actually looks quite similar to the dark puppet that I made, just much bigger and much more, and it's more like the movement is much faster, and the shape is, how do you say that, even more volatile.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best I can do.
What does your true and ancient voice sound like?
I wonder if it's like, I think it's a discordant, it's like it's like a bunch of different voices, and they are very discordant, you know, and it's like, and the sound is a bit as if there's like also an echo. And maybe, well, since I'm also doing the mind blast, it probably feels like it's coming from all over, rather than from like a human, you know, from a direction specifically.
Okay. Okay, then tally up effects. Maybe this is already on this page. We start with Reshape by Despair. What is the option that you choose here?
I don't really know how these even work. I don't want to uncover a key at great cost. I gain their fear and loathing. I don't know if I'd already had that, but now I definitely have it. And I want to have it in a way where maybe I should hope that it has some effect rather than just being narrative. So I hope that at least it, I don't know, freezes her in place for a moment.
It's all narrative in this game.
No, I know what I mean. Yeah.
I would have been so interested to see what you find in her soul. Okay. It's your choice, obviously.
No. I feel like I've already made up my mind about her soul. I've also broken it, apparently, remember?
Yeah, like speaking to the fear and loathing, she is fearing you and loathing you already, is what you notice. As you like burrow into her mind, into her soul. It's just gotten stronger now, much stronger. And now we can look at which 4 effects of the Unleash the Dark you want.
Oh yeah, you still have to choose, right? There's not quite that many. Okay, wait. Well, obviously get past their defenses and inflict a condition.
Okay, that's 1. What else?
Avoid reprisals, harm, or cost.
Also always good. That's 2.
Expose a weakness or flaw.
Also good.
I don't know if get what you want from them really works.
What do you want from her?
To stop and die already. You know what I mean? That's kind of, or to stop and reverse what she's done with this AI thing. But like, I don't know how that works.
Oh, that's good. That's
narratively.
Good.
Well, I guess if that can work, I would use that. If that doesn't make sense, and I'm sure she's not going to die on the spot just from fear, then I would confuse them for some time as a 4th. But I think, yeah, get what you want from them would be.
Okay, cool. So then I think the condition she takes is scrambled.
Scrambled? Sounds so
like
harmless almost. Yeah.
How do I do the strike through again?
It just reminded me of this is your brain on portals.
Yes. Maybe if somebody wants to do me a favor, I would appreciate it if on the Miro board you could.
I can do that.
Strike through the scramble for me. I quite.
Where is it?
It's on the Tomoe. There, exactly, where Teast is right now. It's in the bottom row, where the harbingers are, and there's Tomoe. And in the middle of
Okay.
the thing, there's Scramble.
Doesn't
And
seem to let me
Yeah, what
do
is that thing?
anything.
Oh, no, now it's changed.
There
What?
was, I don't know, there was some kind of, it's possible, no, that's not the right one.
I somehow managed to. Now it's just black.
Yeah. What's this convert to thing? Convert to diagram, slides? What?
Wait,
What
I've
is
got
that?
it. Got it.
Thank you. I managed to do it with a reminder of mortality, but then I forgot how to do it. How do I do that again?
Oh, so you choose it's not, so you choose the B, you know. I always think, but it's the B underline and start, like you have to choose that, and then you get a little extra menu, and then you have the strike through.
Oh yeah, there. I see it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because I always see the B and immediately just think bold, but
Yeah, I think it's only
it's like,
bold, but also it says font style, where I'm thinking,
yeah, but I was
yeah,
like, oh yeah,
anyway.
but it's also in italics and underline. It's
Yeah.
not the most intuitive.
Yeah,
I
okay. Now
couldn't
I know. Thank you.
find
So,
the shortcut.
okay, so you stretch out your mental tendrils and you burrow into her body and into her mind and into her soul, and you find a core of fear, of deep, deep, deep fear there. Fear of you specifically.
Good.
A fear that has festered and has turned into anger, into rage. And you get the sense she hates you personally, at least as much as you hate her. Probably more, a lot more, because she also fears you in a way that you don't fear anybody. And in a way, this is a new sensation for you, and maybe it calls up something deep and hidden from a life that you don't remember anymore. But the present Ridian doesn't fear anybody the way Tomoe fears you. And that was the case before you amped up her fear. Now, as you burrow into her, she falls apart in a very literal sense. Her body starts to reject the implants that keep her alive, at least the mechanical implants.
Mm.
The AI that she has upgraded the implants with is doing what it can to adapt to that, to some success. But it is a losing battle. I think maybe it is her right eye that goes first, because that was the first implant she got. On the screen behind you that has been going the entire time, you now notice, pointed there by the relay that you have through her mind, there's a little record and send sign on the screen. The entire scene, and with it also your ancient voice that drives mortal to despair, has been broadcast into the entire city, the entirety of Manila. Or has it?
Can I just ask?
Mm-hmm.
I did choose avoid reprisals, harm, or cost.
Let me get there.
And, okay, and
Let me
like
get there.
broadcasting
Let me get there.
fearsome. Okay.
Because you also chose get what you want from them, and you chose that what you want from her is to undo what she's doing. So that is what she's doing now. She is stumbling backwards and leaning towards, or leaning on a little white box that is coming out of the wall next to the screen, and her nanites travel into this box, travel into the circuits and the machinery of the tower, and the AI is rewriting the signals and is sending a second signal after the first one that will scramble the brains of the mortals.
Scramble?
Yeah, so they don't remember that ancient chthonic fear that you invoked in them. And then, after that, the AI will... I mean, how do you kill an AI, right? It is already out in the world. It is, with the speed of the internet, has propagated
turn off
itself. The way to
whatever
kill
data center it uses.
Yeah, exactly. You turn off the data center.
the way you kill an AI is by poisoning it,
Or that.
by making sure that it only will create the most inane nonsense that makes it unusable for anything.
I thought I'd take its power source away, but yeah.
Well, you could also do that.
I was being a bit more
But it spreads so
prosaic, I guess.
fast, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
It spreads so fast. Maybe there's parts of it that have already become independent.
The way you talk about it sounds more like it's a virus.
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
Viral. Amazing.
But she will do nothing but please you right now to make sure that it stops the thing you're doing to her. So when you even think about turning off the data centers for a second, she will pivot towards that in an instant. Data centers will be powered down. And with that, all the things in the world that already rely on her AI, including the smart dome, instead of slowly becoming unusable, will just fail immediately.
I think I'm fine with that. I don't think it's been on that long.
Teased, or rather virtuous. Outside, you see the dome fall.
Yeah.
And it just takes a second for you to hear the rushing of water. Because what the dome has been protecting you and the entire city from is that massive cyclone that is raging outside of Manila.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. And a huge tidal wave comes in, rushes through the streets towards your position, taking houses and people with it. Well, not so much. Yeah, I think also people. They all retreated into their houses. That is why the streets were so empty. And when the dome went up, they kind of resumed nightlife again, slowly, carefully, but they did.
Is this the sacrifice we are making for the overall,
Sounds like.
or is this just? Well, this is what happens, Vivian, when you don't think about the consequences of your actions. Well,
No, I
we
think
also still have
we-
all of the Manananggal who are powered now, so maybe they can help out.
Maybe they can help out.
Mm-hmm.
You know who isn't powered?
But I could be.
Take back control. Oh, take back. No, that sounds horrible. Take back your power. Claim it back.
So, what I want to do.
Although now would a very, very inopportune moment to get your powers back, I will say.
I find it hard to see unless I'm having like an intimate scene with someone.
If you use it to create more chaos.
Oh no, I'm
Maybe you
planning
can do a
on creating
Moses.
chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You can have an intimate scene with your Dark Lord if you want.
I could, but so what I'm thinking, and maybe this is, let me know what you think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a basically instantaneous little, communication with my Dark Lord, who I promise that I will give them the biggest show of, of our relationship, and allow my power my powers to surge in an I am your destruction way, because what I'm thinking, and I'm really reinterpreting this, but it's sort of like, hey, Dark Power, I'm your man. Watch this. And I am your destruction thing, permanently gain an aspect of the Harbinger's power, but also reshape your environment to help an ally, it says. But what I really want to do, well, maybe this is helping Ridian to stop the AI or something, however you want to interpret that.
Well, the AI is dead. That's the problem right now.
Yeah. Okay. It's dead as in it's turned off.
Mm-hmm.
But the data center is still there. with the program in it.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No,
What
Sina
I
made
was
clear that she doesn't
imagining,
want that, or rather
I
Ridian,
said that.
and
Wait. I
Tomoe
said
followed suit.
no. They turned it off. I said turn it off, not destroy the whole thing by burning it down.
I don't think with you having scared Tomoe like beyond any measure of shitless, I don't think she is able to make those fine distinctions.
Yeah, but what does she do? I mean, clearly it's not as if she can just go blink and destroy the whole thing, right?
I think you underestimate a tech harbinger.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I was going to essentially, in terms of reshape your environment, what I was imagining, we've got this InstaVids tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to, this is a big surge, so, is to take all of that matter that is on the inside of the tower. So we've still got the facade of the tower there, and rearrange it into essentially like a big umbrella covering Manila.
Like a proper metal dome.
Yeah.
Mm.
And maybe it's only strong enough to last to survive through this particular cyclone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's enough to do that. And yeah.
That is cool. And you choose two. That was reshape your environment. What is the other one? Or do you want to use that with power?
Yeah, it was permanently gain an aspect of the Harbinger's power.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I'm not sure what that really means.
I think the way that it manifests is so I'm going. I mean, her moves aren't the same as her powers, right?
Yeah.
Her powers in general is to have a instant control of all that InstaVids tech that she is basically the central node of. So what I think what your power or your move would look like is that you that is beautiful, that you get instant control of all those drones that set up the smart dome. Now the drones are not AI controlled and powered anymore. They're controlled and powered by you.
Yep.
Virtus controlled.
Yes, it's a Virtus dome. And you still have a second thing you can choose.
Could
you stem the tide of water?
I mean, that's what we're trying to do. So I feel like, permanently. So I can control these drones and reshape the environment to help an ally, which I feel like, because I don't know why, I just really like this idea of like hollowing out this InstaVids tower so that it's just a facade, and somehow using that material to enhance what the drones can do.
Are you planning to, maybe a dumb question, but are you planning to still like have the drones build a like metal dome? Are you just doing the thing that they did before with the energy and just to hold out the storm?
No, I think the second one, right?
Okay.
But like now the dome is, instead of glowing blue, is of course glowing white with,
yes,
as
of course.
And this is why it's like what I'm offering to my darkness, right? Because it's like, hey, we're gonna make Manila perfect. Right?
Oh, I love that idea. And I would propose that is the trade-off.
Yeah.
That you kind of undo the fallout from the first trade-off, and you stabilize the situation. All the civilians in Manila are safe. But the InstaVids AI is kind of, maybe just for a time, maybe it's very, very temporal, but replaced by not Virtuous AI, but by you have access and control over all the InstaVids tech in the city, which is a lot. That is every cell phone, every CCTV camera, every drone, every whatever, every train. has InstaVids tech in them. And for a brief, I don't know, few days, maybe a week, you and your Dark Lord use that to make life in Manila perfect. And as we know from the very least, what's it called? The last Vince Gilligan show, Pluribus. Like there can be something very sinister to perfection.
Yeah.
Indeed.
In which case, I'm actually, so the reshape your environment to help your ally, the ally is my darkness.
Oh, yeah. So that is a process that you also can't really stop anymore. It is ongoing, and it is, not unlike the Pluribus. It is like in the first instance geared towards making the world better, to make everything more efficient, make everything
Communal.
less wasteful. But it is devoid of any like normal human ethics.
Yeah.
Well, you're not a human.
Okay, let's talk mechanics. So you did the two things. So you gain your bond with the darkness, and you get an extra ruin.
Well, I'm also doing my dark patron when you call upon your patron, because I need to get my powers back to do this.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing is I'm calling upon the dark patron and telling them what I need. I need my powers back. I'm going to do this thing. It'll be awesome. I think we know what I must do for them in return, which is essentially hand over the city to them for a time.
And therefore, I would vote for the one ruin version.
Yeah, I agree with that. So that's one room from that. So I make this deal, right?
Yeah.
And it's very much a deal with the devil. And then I am your destruction. Allow my power to surge, causing great collateral damage. So I think, and some of that is the tower, but also I guess some of this collateral damage is also, as you say, that sinister side of perfection, right? Suddenly Manila is perfect, but no one can actually be human for a time.
There will be like construction drones just dismantling like the poorer, or even like Manila has these shantytown parts. We just dismantle that, displace the people who live there.
Yeah.
And then they will, in the week that they have, do what they can to build new housing, but it will stop at like the first floor or the second one, because then the time will be over, and then it's back to the humans, and we know what happens when humans do stuff like that. They will just stay like that for the next 50 years.
Can I suggest that the Manananggal do something else, though?
That would be my next thing, and to throw the ball back to Alecto. But first, that I think this is the collateral damage that happens. That the drones and all the stuff, all the tech does what it can in the time it has, but there are limits to what it can do in a week, and it kind of doesn't correct for the fact that after that humans will need to end all that and or finish all the work that has started, and will need to allocate money to finish that work. And so that is where the collateral damage comes from. And now let's throw it back to Alecto, because the empowered Manananggal are kind of yours. What do they do?
Before we get to that, I was wondering, could we maybe take a short break?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Shit, yes, already.
We're almost out of time. Let's do. Is 5 minutes enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then let's do 5 minutes and meet back half past.
Yes.
35 to. You know what I mean.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Yeah. I see that there was a little bit of discussion about what the Manananggal do. And let me just remind you, they have, what was it, unlimited power? What was the phrasing?
Something else, but a lot.
Immeasurable power.
Not unlimited, but immeasurable. It's pretty.
But yeah, I mean, the subtle difference is that no power at all is also immeasurable. So Nina, or rather Alecto, since you gave them the power, you have first go of what they do with it.
Wait, is Nina already back?
Assuming you're back, no? Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah, then maybe
Well.
you two can have a chat.
Walk
until
Away
they're back.
Like, is that a novel by him?
Yeah. It's
Is it one of the earlier ones or a newer one?
it's like mid. He's still. I mean, all of his books are more theory than good story, right?
Well, I haven't read it.
Yeah, so Nina is back.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
since you gave the Manananggal the quote unquote immeasurable power, you have first go of what they do with it. What do they do with it?
So I think, first of all, they decide to bond together, even more than they have before, to make
Mhm.
sure that, to make sure that they are strong as a community, and they take over the mansion, which now rightfully belongs to them.
Yeah, I think the mayor has done his part and signed it over.
And I like this idea that they form this very tight knit community based on mutual aid, which is a little inspiration that Zena gave to me. But then still the question remains, what do they do with the power that has been given to them?
I also would
Illegal
assume
housing.
it's not they won't have it forever, but for a bit.
Yes. Well, I mean, first of all, they make sure that everyone has their needs met. And it's not just the Manananggal community, but everyone in Manila who is just innocent bystander or Manananggal. They make sure that everyone gets what they need, at least for the moment, for as long as they have their power. And let me think. What is left of their energy they use to help rebuild? Because if I understand correctly, so the water came in and we were able to stop it, but it did destroy the city a little bit.
I think it did some damage along the outskirts.
Not to mention that maybe also the AI just instantly turning off may have caused some damage inadvertently, because I don't know, maybe some things run on it that suddenly just stopped working. So they just use their power also to rebuild whatever has been destroyed in the city and to make it theirs again.
And I think just to hop on that, if I just look at the map of Manila, like I don't know where typically the typhoons come from, the cyclones, but I'm just going to assume that they come from the, like this particular one came from the West Philippine Sea, and so it came through the Bay of Manila and hit right at the Intramuros, that is like the oldest part of the city. So that is very culturally significant and important, I guess, to the Manananggal themselves, of course, being one of the native populations, but also to other parts of the population that have been living here for a while and trace their roots to colonial times. Although the Intramuros itself is a colonial building, or it's not a building, a colonial structure. So though there's this damage, not as I just said a second ago, kind of dismissively to the outskirts, but actually to the center of the city, because the center of the city is this port that is right by the Bay of Manila. So they're probably also doing work that benefits the people in power, which in terms of community outreach and this is never an entirely bad idea to be in their good graces.
Yeah.
But of course, it's not only that. Unlimited power. Since we're sorry, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I was just wondering. So Tomoe is now still alive, right?
Yeah, she is.
Barely.
Yeah.
Okay. That was
So yeah, I have two more questions to you guys. The first one is whether Zina and Tees, if you want to add something to what the Manananggal do. That's the first question. And the second question is, what do you want to do with Tomoe?
Kill her. She's already been dead for several months.
Sure. You're just finishing the job. Mm-hmm.
Well, I did say,
Yeah.
my Ridian is obsessed with this. They are so pissed off. Ridian's also wondering if there's a way of, taking those wings and somehow giving them back to, I don't know, there's not that many Manananggal who don't have them, but definitely one of them, right, who did survive.
Mm-hmm.
Not that's not to do with Tomoe, I guess, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Tees, did you have another idea?
Not overly. I think I quite like the idea that the Manananggal are like fixing things up collaboratively and stuff and making a place for themselves at the same time as like the worker drones are going around and dismantling everything and there's huge confusion over what's actually happening. As far as Tomoe is concerned, like maybe given that I took some of her harbinger power away,
Mm-hmm.
and she was down to only one condition left. Maybe she's just a normal human now again.
Sure. Wouldn't that kill her,
which
though?
would mean that she would die on her own quite quickly.
Yeah, but it also gives Ridian the opportunity to exact vengeance,
but
also question, given that you're now killing a human. I don't know. I'll leave that in your court.
So if we're taking away her power, like her magic, so to speak, and we've already taken away her AI, then all that's left is a corpse on a metal scaffolding.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, because like mechanically there's still the depowered, or is that something that was basically taken away through Virtue's move last the condition, I mean.
I mean, the move says that you take some of the power, not all of it. So it could go both ways, depending on what we want narratively.
Her last breaths.
Yeah, I think that is about the situation we have her in. You already fulfilled your impulse.
Yeah, I would peer into her mind to see what's happening there.
Oh.
What?
In the mind of this woman who knows that she is dying. Nice.
Yes. Ridian is very nosy and also obsessed with this person. Because they thought they had ended her, and then she came back.
Yeah, I would ask you to mark a rune for that. And her dying thoughts. I mean, I would like to do that as a shared storytelling exercise. As from my perspective, I think her last thoughts concern her family. and she is using whatever she has left in control about, like she used to be the nervous system, or plugged into the nervous system of InstaVids as a company. And she is using whatever she has left of that to transfer company funds through offshore accounts to help the people she cares about, which will be her younger sister, who is just expecting a child, and will be her mother, who is in a hospice somewhere in Japan, and maybe her estranged daughter. What else does she have in mind?
She has an
as the lights
estranged
go out?
daughter.
Yeah. I actually really like that image that you just said of her sort of desperately scrambling, going, well, this is it, and I guess she's thinking as she does that, was this really all worth it? That all I can leave to my family is numbers in a computer.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Nina, what else is going on in her head as the lights go out?
I think as she dies, she also regains some of her humanity. Or at least that's what it seems like. And it fills her ultimately with deep regret, because she realizes that, it was basically for nothing.
Beautiful. And Zina, you get to close the curtain on her.
I have a question. I do have where do you end, where do I begin, which is another ruin move, but I feel like, may I please use the ruin that I just marked, because it is basically what I
Sure.
was doing, peering into her. So
Yeah.
I think I can tell, well, her, anxious scrambling, of course, and her regret and the sort of humanity that's left in her. And I think noticing that, Ridian will actually, to an extent, soften toward her and touch now, back in their human form, and touch her gently on like I don't know what is left, I don't know, her shoulder, to remove her fear for a time. For a time, meaning probably until she draws her last breath, so she can just be
And
peaceful for a moment or two.
That's beautiful. And as Baptiste gets up, she was kneeling next to her, and as she gets up and pulls the little I imagine it's like these, back when photo cameras had these film boxes, these little plastic boxes where she holds a Tomoe soul in, and she puts that into her coat pockets. She smiles at you and says, "Oh, you didn't need me after all. Got it all done by yourself. Proud of your kid." Ta-da.
I think I'll miss you.
Or give me one or two more catastrophes and the tally is equal and I can go back to business as usual.
What does that mean?
Oh, you know that Lady Death was slacking at the job.
Are you trying to do an Aussie accent?
Yeah.
His Aussie. I thought your Aussie accent in the previous time was excellent. I thought it was really good.
I didn't notice it the last time, but this time I was like, oh no, what is this? I think Ridian still doesn't know what that means. But they're like, could you just comment?
I'm assuming that only Ridian can see Lady Baptiste at this point.
I think I don't know. Do you want to see her?
I don't think I do. I think Virtus would be. I think that would be very confusing for Virtus.
I was just wondering if it's if it is particularly difficult for Death to show themselves.
Good question.
Or if it's more death just relaxing, letting their guard down, and then they're visible for everybody. I don't know how it works. But yeah, if you don't want to see them, then you don't see her. Yeah, and then she says like, yeah, ta-ta, and turns around and disappears into the shadow.
Cool.
Hey, that was the Manananggal Murders, and we did it.
Finally.
With 5 minutes to spare. Do we want to do a short stars and wishes?
Yep.
Sure. Oh, I wrote some down.
Nice.
I wrote some down.
I of course
Okay.
didn't because I was busy the entire time.
Yes,
Yeah.
as it's more difficult as the keeper. Okay, so I have stars for. I love the description of the glowing, the Manananggal glowing in black all of a sudden, all
Oh,
over.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then in the same
Definitely.
scene, Dominic's description of them opening their wings and flapping them all in unison, and just that sort of powerful burst of that was just yeah, I could just see it, and also sort of almost like hear it or feel that sort of force. And I guess, oh yeah, wait, I also really enjoyed the scorpion, the form of Alecto, that I really did not expect a scorpion at all. Like, it was really good. And I think, what else? Oh yes, I also really enjoyed the tidal wave as a consequence of Rydian's move. That was also just very cinematic. And the last star, I guess, goes to all of us. I really like that we all had this idea, like, oh, we don't want the workers to be harmed. Oh, yeah, sure, they all have robots. There's no staff. There's no working class people in this building.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I don't know if I have a wish. I feel like we had good fun. I think, given our plans about the next few weeks, depending on whether we are like super keen on using every single week for like one of those GM-less background things, we could also have a downtime one, because I did enjoy that when we had that, the division interview thing, which was also like almost a GM-less situation where you were like, here are all your characters, everybody take on one role, and that worked so well, and it seemed so like well.
Totally do that next time if you're up for it.
Because then we could also have. Sorry. Yeah, because then we could also maybe have like some inter-character stuff. Now I'm done.
Sorry. I just want to say we know our three representatives of the company, so there's no extra work to do, and we can just use what we set up last time. That's perfect. And if we go with Lovecraft-esque, then I would go with like this thing where we talk about the setting first anyway, and that would be 2 sessions. Like that can't be done in one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, with regards to division, I guess we did at some point. You mentioned the wish to like involve Alecto in the like shaping some of division, because we did that in the first session, and that only had me as a player in it by now, right?
True.
Yeah. So I guess
then
it could be
we'll
one
do a division session next time. That's a good idea.
Division, unless others have better ideas, obviously. So now shutting up, Sina.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I'm trying to make any sense of the stars that I wrote them. Certainly, some of the stuff you did today, Dominic, I thought was lovely. Like, feels like feels like how a Faraday cage feels for lightning. I thought I really, really liked that one. And I also really like bringing Baptiste in at the end there for the death of Tomoe. I thought that was really nice. I wrote down Tomoe, when Tomoe's body falls apart, and I put a big star next to that. I think that was you, Dominic, describing it, or was that you, Zena?
No, it was Dominic.
Yeah. So it was just sort of like dissolving and falling apart. I thought that was great. The whole scene with Electo giving immeasurable power to the Manananggal. I really liked all that whole thing happening. And then I really loved Xena giving Ridian the chance to soften to Tomoe at the end, and that very human thing of touching as they passed away. I thought that was delightful.
It was really nice.
Yeah, I don't have wishes.
Wunschlos glücklich, as we say in German.
Do you have anything to add, Nina?
Wishlessly happy.
Well, I also don't have any wishes really, and it was really difficult to give stars this time because I really liked so many things. It was just a really nice way to wrap things up in general, I think.
Yeah. I would just, from my side, I would just give the biggest star to Xena for initiating Xena and Nina both. Nina for because I feel you two had did the heavy lifting of doing the wrap up, like with first the Manananggal and then on a more individual level the wrap up for Tomoe, and make her go out like a character that matters and not just the villain of the week. Like with that last peek into her head. That was really, really lovely. And from Tease, I really loved this thing where you picked up the whole color thing and said, yeah, now the Insta Dome is not blue, it's white. That was really, really cool. And very nice and cooperative. And on a more general note, I would just like to thank you for making it this amazing session, because it was, as it always is with these final confrontations, I always am a bit nervous about them, like being sufficiently cool and big as they should. And I felt it was, and that is thanks to you.
100%.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also thanks to you, because there was a bunch of really cool big consequences. I was like, oh yeah, you cut Electro in half. Cool.
Oh yeah, no, that was awesome. I loved the cut in half, and then that idea of then because you've been cut in half, transforming into the Scorpion.
Yeah,
it felt like a really nice link.
Great opportunity to lose my shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And also there's this thing of me as a GM just throwing that out there, trusting that my players will do something with it, because I did not know where that was going.
I first imagined that scene, like in those, I can't remember, one of those ridiculous, was it the Kingsman or something like that, where there's this woman with those blades for feet
or legs,
and you see the thing where, and at first it looks, and then but it was the other.
Okay, I'll stop the recording here.
We didn't do the thing. End of session questions.
No.
I fucked up stopping the recording anyway. Let's quickly do. For some reason it didn't take. Let's do XP and end of session questions quickly, and then we're out.
Cool.
Xena, since I'm already on your sheet, you did use emotions or memories of another to create a cruel advantage for sure. Please mark your XP or ruin. Did you express your
ruin for this, because it was more ruinous, that move. Yeah.
Okay. Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity?
I think yes, both.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin?
Did I? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Did you?
Wait, what happened during the dream sequence? I've already forgotten.
It was again the casino and you and thing, and
And
Um,
Baptiste.
yeah.
Well, I think
And
then I would say
Baptiste,
yes, because I
Baptiste
would like
basically
thinking,
saying I'm here to help. You just gotta give me some more.
yeah, and I think I was thinking, given the offer she made, I think Ridian did consider it,
Mm-hmm.
seriously, and that is something new. I guess
Yeah.
part of the recklessness, that is one of the
Mhm.
conditions.
Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
And you
feel like
did
we knew the
actually,
scorpion thing.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, oh, good. Go ahead.
What were you
I was
saying?
I was already at the next question because you said no, and I was like, okay. But then you started elaborating,
Well, I don't know. I'm like thinking, well, I didn't really interact with Virtus, and with Electro, well, I can't remember how we established our story, our backstory, but I feel like I would know what they
Okay.
look like
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
right,
So,
yeah.
Yep. Fair
and I would
enough.
also
Okay,
know
and then
the depth of their power. So,
you
no,
actually did uncover a key of the apocalypse, so no doom for you.
no ruin. Cool.
No ruin, yeah.
I get an XP and a
Okay.
ruin
Oh,
advance.
yeah.
Then Electo, did you hurt the innocent in your quest for vengeance? We made a point to not do that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Oops.
Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity?
Well, I definitely expressed my monstrous nature, I would say.
Okay,
So,
then mark an XP. Hey, that's your first advance. Nice.
yes.
Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin?
I don't know. I don't think so, really.
Okay. Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster?
I mean, I don't know if this counts, but I didn't know that Lady Baptiste, I guess I don't know if you can call her a fellow monster,
Yeah, you can.
but I didn't know that she collects the souls in these little
Oh, yeah.
So that
Mhm.
seems
Okay.
significant.
And yeah, is it significant? Is a good question.
I mean, the
won't.
collecting souls certainly is. Maybe not the
No.
way that she stores them, but
Although it was a fun detail.
Yeah, but I
yes.
won't weigh in on the question of whether or not that is significant. The questions are for you to answer. Did you uncover? So this the last one. I don't know if you had that talk before. In these boss fight sessions where you don't really have a realistic chance to unlock keys or much less unlock Doom's doors, I always leave it to you because I feel there is a antagonism between the spirit of the rule and the text of it. So
I think
if
the
you want the
text even
rule,
says that it doesn't count.
yeah. Oh, does it? Okay. So if
I
you
read it
if
somewhere.
you yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. But if you want to mark the rune, do it. If not, then you don't have to. That's fine.
But if you want the advance,
Well, yeah, I could fill up my ruin track, so I think I'm going to do it.
Okay. And
totally
then
relate.
let's
Then I
go
have
to
one extra XP, so
yeah. Just note it down somewhere. And
yes,
since we're
I'll
already
just
10
I'll just write
minutes
it.
past the time, let's quickly go through virtuous stuff, and then
Yes.
we'll close out for today. Did you use your power to provoke or entice another monster?
Does enticing my dark whatchamacallit patron to give me back my power and do something super big count as using your power to provoke or entice another monster?
He's not really a monster, is he?
I mean, he's bigger even than a monster, isn't he?
He's a super monster. Yeah, I'll leave it to you. I feel talking you out of that on the semantics of what monster means is a bit cheap.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's in the
In the spirit of it, right?
in the spirit of that question, but I do kind of feel like it's cool. Anyway, did you express your monstrous nature? Yeah, I think I did. Like transforming a city for a week feels pretty
absolutely
intense. Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin? I don't think so. I think I was doing everything out of full foreknowledge. Did you learn something significant about fellow monster? No, because I was outside mainly, and I similar to you, not to you, Xena, to Ridian. I think I've known Electo, so I know that Scorpion appears every now and then.
Okay.
And I didn't uncover at least one key of the apocalypse. So I'm just going to give myself 2 because I'm generous.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, then, thank you for today, and see you next week or tomorrow, depending. Bye.
Yep.